Hey everybody, welcome to our Monday morning live. I hope everyone's having a great New Year's. Happy New Year's 2022. That is so great. Okay, can you hear me now? Testing. Can you hear me? Wait till I can hear, or wait till I can see somebody. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I have it where it's going, so I'm hoping. Okay, good. All right. So happy New Year. It's a Monday, New Year. We're going to have camera and mic issues. So I hope everybody had a great New Year's. And we're back to the grind. But I know everybody's looking forward to this new year and what new stuff it can bring, what new good stuff it can bring, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to do kind of a smoky, kind of a glam, soft glam look. And I really liked the eyeshadow that we did last time, the Airbrush eyeshadow. So I'm going to keep up with that, but I'm going to add some traditional to it. So you can see that, yeah, it does everything. So hello, Martin. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Corky. Ruby, good to see you too. Let's go over real quick because we always like to go over our starter kit and all of that. So let's go ahead and go. This is one of our starter kits. This is the Legend. We also have the, this is the Icon. We also have the Icon Pro and the Legend. We also have the Breeze, which is our newest one that has, it's cordless and chargeable. And depending on when you received your system, hello, Pam, good to see you. You may have gotten some, gifts with purchase. You may have purchased some other products, but it all comes with makeup. It all comes with what you see, at least what you see here, if not more. And it comes with the 2 bottles of foundation, Love and Blush. Our Love is super high pigmented. Just kidding. The Blush is super high pigmented. And it does bloom. And so you'll only want to do about 2 drops of the blush and then move on. And then these are the steps that we want you to do when you first get started. Make sure you are holding that stylus or the Breeze 4 finger widths away. This is the perfect distance to get the foundation on. If you are coming in a little closer, it's going to get a little more precise. And so I'm cleaning this out as we speak. So make sure that you are holding it the 4 finger widths away, that you keep your stylus moving at all times. You're never going to stop in one area and do this, but you're always going to keep moving. There's overlap, but you're never in one spot twice, if that makes sense. And then the big thing you're going to want to practice is barely pulling back on that trigger. Barely. Guys, what a lot of people do is they get this home. They're so excited to use it, of course. They get it out of the box, they start using it, but they're putting it on like traditional makeup. So just know that, yes, there is a certain way to do this. So make sure you're doing it the right way. Hello, Elaine. Shoni, hello. I hope I said that right. Happy New Year. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I am going to do some airbrush makeup, or airbrush eyeshadow, of course. And I did start off with some lip jelly on my lips, from the weekend if you were outside. And I'm in Houston, I'm in Texas, and it was 77 degrees, 77, 78 degrees, My neighbors were wrapping their plants, like putting covers on their plants because we were getting a big freeze. It was 77 when we were doing that. And then overnight it was 20 something. It was crazy. So with that crazy weather, I need moisture in my lips. And so I love our lip jelly because I don't want to touch it because it's by the camera, but you put that on, it is a plumper. So you will feel a little tingle. It's just like eating Red Hots. That's all it feels like. But it does plump up the lips and nourishes them. It has the vitamin E in it. So it's great for your lips. Hello, Peggy. Good morning and Happy New Year to you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I am going to go in with, what do I want to put on today? What shall I put on today? Let's go ahead and go with, I'll go with eraser. Eraser is the lightest in our pre-coverage. Oh, 14 degrees and 5 inches of snow. Oh, Lord. I wouldn't even know what to do. Oh, seriously would not know what to do. All right, so I am going to use, make sure this one's charged. Okay. I am going to use the Breeze, although I didn't charge it over the weekend. So we might have to switch the icon. But I'm putting my drops of eraser right in the foundation well. Did about 3. And I'm going to go in and do some pre-coverage. So I can go in underneath my eyes, like here where I have, oh, yay, Peggy just got the Breeze. So I'm going in. I do have darker circles underneath my eyes, on my lids. Oh, no. Oh, what'd they do? Oh, no. I thought so. I thought your profile show. She's like, you've always called me Shoni. Oh, well, congratulations. You just got married. Oh, I love it. So is it just shown? How do I say it? I want to say it correctly, but I'm always worried about how I say people's names. But yes, good morning, Luminess. But yeah, congratulations on getting married. Love that. Oh, it is just shown. Okay. I'm from Texas, so we always make things bigger than they are. So instead of shown, I'm just going to go Shoni. I have to add that E on the back, right? All right. So I'm just going in and I'm making a little more passes to get me more coverage. Your coverage with airbrush makeup is done in passes. First pass that you make you might not even see anything because it's going on so light. But once you make another pass, you'll start seeing that coverage. So don't second guess yourself. Hey, Zandra, good morning. Don't second guess yourself. Like, is anything coming out? That you are going to be spraying so light that you want to, it's just barely, okay? And a lot of times it does. The Breeze does come with a starter kit. You can get, or I think you, both ways. You can get it with the starter kit or buy it just by itself. Both ways. But you make those passes, but spray lightly. We are so used to seeing makeup instantly. Boom, boom, right there. That is the opposite of what we want to happen when we're airbrushing, because we want to see it go on lightly, right? All right, I'm going to go ahead and do my Airbrush Blush. We're going to kind of stick with that. But I think I am, because I'm going to do kind of a soft glam and stick with like browns and earth tones, I'm going to mix natural blush and soft rose. And I'm also going to do more of a blush contour to lift my face. And so I'm mixing those two together. And I know I did too many drops right now, but if I was going to mix this, I'd probably just do 1 and 1. But I'm going to mix this together. Now, you hear me say literally every day that our blush does bloom. I'm mixing that together, meaning that our blush does come up a little bit. The only one that does not pertain to is our natural blush. The natural blush pretty much stays how you have it. And so it doesn't bloom as much as the others. Peggy, it does. It does come with it comes with two large bottles of foundation, love, and blush. Or maybe you were just answering that question. But sometimes you can get they'll try to, they'll say, oh, do you want this or this? You can add stuff to it as well, but it is for sure going to come with the two bottles of foundation, love, and blush. All right, so I have my blush on. We're going to do a blush contour, which means I'm going to go a little bit higher. I'm going to lift my face. We always want to, because we're always defying gravity. But we're always going to lift it up. And so I'm going to go in, and because lately, or a long time ago, we're told to put smile and put blush on our cheeks. But what happens when we don't smile? It's down here. So I'm going to smirk. And I'm even going to go into the temple area. Now, this may go on a little bit better because of the fact that I do have the natural blush mixed in. So my soft rose blush isn't going to be like, ba-bam, in my face. But I'm also doing it first before my foundation. So if I do get a little blush happy, if it gets to be too bright, then I still have my foundation to blend it. Okay, I'll stop there. But the natural blush does have a little bit of a shimmer to it. Okay. Now, just to have some fun and do things differently, I'm going to do my eyeshadow now. And so I'm just going to switch to this one. You can do eyeshadow with this one. I just want to show you the difference. So I'm taking the Latte, which is it's an Airbrush eyeshadow. Put a few drops in my stylus. And then going in, and I'm doing this to show you that you can do eyeshadow with either system, either one, but this just helps when I don't have to clean it in between. So this it always tickles my lashes. So I'm going in, let me raise this up a little bit. And I can come in a little closer because I'm only going to focus on my eyes. Okay. And that's all I need to do on that. And that's you're just swiping it through. It's basically the same movement you're making if you were doing it with a brush. And so now going in, I'm going to shake it a little bit more. With this one is espresso, and I'm going to do the size here. And then I am going to definitely come in closer because I want to get right here. Still moving. I moved my stylus before pulling back on my trigger. I'm going to get a mirror here so I can look straight at the camera. And start blending. Okay. Now I can switch to this eye. I'm not done with this eye. But see how light that is how light you're spraying, guys. Even on the foundation. Okay. Ooh, it always gives me the shivers. I don't know. There's always one eye that does that to me. So I'm smoking it out a little bit. And I do go back and forth. And see how nice and blended it looks? Your stylus is blending everything for you. So it blends your foundation. You don't first have to put, I'm going to stand up a little bit. You first don't have to put, the dots on and then blend it. With the foundation, you are blending as you go. Can you see? And then you can just kind of play with it and just keep going up if you want to, or do whatever. Now, in the beginning, if you get a hot spot or you mess up or something like that, you can always go back and blend it with a brush if you need to. You don't have to, but if you need to, you can. And so I can go in and with regular eyeshadow, I'm going to go underneath and line my eye. Just like that. Make sure I don't have any fallout. So if I wanted to, I could go in and do that a little deeper. I could go in and do, even if I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe I don't like that transition, or you can go right over it. This is just a regular traditional eyeshadow. I could go right over it with something else if I felt like that transition wasn't smooth enough, if I needed to. Okay. So that's, you can go back and forth between airbrush and traditional. Okay. So now I'll go in and I'm only going to do about 4 drops of foundation. Number one, I'm using the Rose 4-in-1, which is giving me medium to full coverage. So it has a higher pigment in it, but I already have eraser on. I already have blush on. So I already have a lot of my coverage that I need on anyway. And so now I'm just using the foundation to blend it out. Cindy's like, I love doing it with, she loves lining with a regular eyeshadow as well, because you have so many colors to choose from. And it doesn't have to be the exact color of the eyeshadow. It can be lighter. It can be darker. When we do the reverse eyeliner, we do some fun colors. So that is just one pass that I made. Now looking into the mirror, are there more? Do I need to make more passes? Do I need to blend out my eyeshadow a little? The blush a little bit more. I had a little, I don't know what that was, but I can go in and cover that a little bit more, making another pass there. Teresa, if you want full coverage, I would only go with silk or rose, the Silk Enhanced or the Rose foundation. And the reason being is both of them have anti-aging properties in them. They have it, and the Rose is our cleanest foundation. So it has the Bulgarian rose in it. It smells divine, but because it has, and let me back up and say, but since it is our medium to full coverage, it has more pigment in it, meaning you don't have to make as many passes. Okay. With that being said, you can make it a medium coverage too, or light coverage, just by making one pass. But it's not going to give you that heavy makeup powdery look. If you're airbrushing the correct way, it won't do that. Okay. So just know that just because I say, hey, this is full coverage, doesn't mean you're going to have that full coverage, like line down the face if you touch it look. Does that make sense? So I would stick with silk. I would stick with rose. You're going to be the same shade in either one of those. Okay. And then Angela asked, if you use too much foundation, what would that hide the blush that's already there, or do they blend? Yes, blend as well if it makes no difference. So Angela, how airbrush makeup goes on, it's like little pixels all over our face. So it's like little dots. So when you're making that pass, that first pass shouldn't really make a difference. If you already did the blush and you're making that pass, it just is going to start blending. We have to remember, and it's retraining our brains, that this is not traditional makeup. If I put blush on first and then did traditional makeup, yeah, it would cover that blush right up. But you're in control over those passes and how much makeup you're letting out. So you're spraying super light, you're making the passes, so you don't have to, if the blush is fading, stop doing the passes. Does that make sense? They do, Shoni, they do still have Mystic and Ultra. Those are only in 12 shades, and then you're dealing with yellow and pink undertones. And got, yay, Breeze. Oh, yay. Oh yeah, Anne's excited because she ordered her Breeze Christmas Eve, which is awesome. And she's keeping the other ones just in case. It's always fun. I mean, I have probably 3 systems, and it's always fun to keep them. All right, I am going to add a little bit of powder. Not that I really need it. You can. It just depends on if you want to say matte. I also would tell you to, if you like a matte look and you get shiny throughout the day, powder first. Powder first before doing any makeup. And you will love that look. So just try it. You know, try it one time, see if you like it. Our translucent powders in the case are amazing. And I think we even had our loose powders, these for $5. Another amazing, amazing product too. So there you go. The eyes are airbrush with a little bit of traditional in there. I did traditional underneath here. I can add my mascara and then I'm good to go. But I am going to add my lips. I'll change my auto shift to rose. Yeah. One thing you'll notice is I'm a makeup artist. I'm just going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you, there are people that love matte. And if you are shiny, if you are shiny, then like you get oily throughout the day or glistening, matte is good. It's going to keep you matte, or if you like a matte look. But I'm telling you, if you want full coverage, medium to full coverage, and you're still shiny, still get the rose foundation. Powder first. Yes, I did say that. That's what I meant to say. Powder first, and then airbrush on top. I think you'll find that it's the Silk and Rose are a little bit easier to put on, just for the fact that we have 18 shades and they're more neutral in tones. Okay, so now you know what lip liner I'm putting on. Go ahead, line in the lips. Oh, Lynn loves the rose. Lynn, when are you moving? Yeah, it is Dusty Rose. Lynn, when are you moving to the Philippines? I'm going to grab, because I'm still going with neutral. This is one, I love this neutral color. This is, I can't read it anymore. What is this one? Merengue. And it is neutral. By itself, it is a little bit too brown for me. Early, oh, you have a year left. Okay, good. And I obviously used it because it's almost empty. But I do like using it with the Dusty Rose because it still gives me that, I can still get that pink in it to warm it up a bit. And I can even go over it. But these vinyl slicks, I love because they have so much so much shine to them that I just love them. All right, I'm going to add one other thing, and I'm going to show you the difference between. I'm going to go in. We have the Persuasion eyeliners. We have the Temptation eyeliners. Either one is great. My mom loves the Temptation, which is the liquid eyeliners. These are a pen, and I'm using the brown. And if you go in and just do a thin line, like just tickle that lash line, look, it'll make your eye look a little the eyeliner or the lash line look thicker. So once you put mascara on, girl, you are set, because that will look thicker when you do the mascara. Oh yeah, Angela, yes, they are. They are allowed through TSA. I will tell you, I've traveled in a suitcase with like 70, I think. It's the only thing I had. No, Lynn, don't ship to the Philippines. But can you see the difference? What, it doesn't have to be big. See the difference? And it was funny because I thought, now I've known, and actually, because I've traveled a lot with these, tell you some funny stories. I was stopped not for the 4 airbrushes that I had in my suitcase, but for my curling iron. My suitcase got searched because of my curling iron. Why? I don't know. And then I thought I was going to get stopped when I had 75 in there. They were maybe not 75, maybe like 50, but I had a ton. And of the icons, the little ones, they were out of the box. They, I didn't have them in the box. They were just in my suitcase. And I was traveling with some friends from work. And I'm like, there's no way they're going to let me there's a needle in there. In these, there's a needle in there. And I was like, there's no way they're going to stop me. Of course they are. Nope. Never did. Got right on the plane. All right, so now I'm going to go in and add mascara. Have y'all seen this? I saw this the other day where they take when you're putting mascara on, you pull this up. And that's supposedly supposed to help you get mascara on, which I think it is possible. I was trying to figure it out. Like, I think that when people do this, it gets it where you can really get that on. But like I use the larger part of the brush and then kind of wiggle it back and forth. So I go, and I feel like it does work somewhat, but I think it's because when you're doing it, you don't have to do this. You can go in. Oh, the TSA, yeah. Oh, yeah. I haven't flown in 2 years, but you can do that. It just is the same. I feel it's the same thing. You're just not going. And then I go in and swipe the bottoms. And there you go. Voila, voila. For those who know how to say it. Don't pull up. Yeah, the only thing with doing this, like you're stretching the eye, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, there are a lot of people that do that. Yeah, there's TSA pre-check. You get TSA pre-check. You just go online and you can get it. There's a form you fill out. It is some money. But you can go to the short lines. And then what is that one? I had it for a brief time. It was like clear point or clear. Not all airports had it, but all the major ones did. And that was kind of nice, but it was also worth money. But yeah, they just kind of walk you right up, and oh, that was good. All right, guys. Clear membership. Yeah, it's something clear something, but I thought it was 2 words. Anyway. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this Monday. I am so digging this look right now. I'm liking the brown all the way over. I'm gonna have to do this more often. I'm kind of digging it. All right. Shoni, we haven't done any giveaways in a very long time. In a super long time. Maybe I'll have to work on that. Maybe we'll do some for the new year. I don't think we've done them in a year or so. So maybe I'll look at that and see if we can't do some giveaways. So, All right, guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now. Happy New Year.